Alright, hello everyone, Tutorial Tuesdays is back temporarily. Give me one moment. I had this set up before. I was trying to record this earlier, but then things got messed up, so I'm just redoing things. It's easier that way than trying to edit anything out, because I suck at editing. I never edit really my stuff too much, or at least, like, me rambling on and on, because that's part of my charm, I guess. So today, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create simple harmonies. So basically just take certain files or whatever will not have harmonies or whatever. And just a note, you can also use this in other programs too, like Vocaloid, SynthV, literally any MIDI program basically. But it's a very simple trick you can use if there's not really any harmonies. You can also use this for your own original work too. But basically, I'm taking this person's Suji UST, which I'm not saying their name at all because inappropriate. And so basically, I'm taking this thing and I'm making like just this quick harmonies for it or whatever, that are very, very easy to do. And I have already saved the sound files, so I'll just be inserting them in during the right moments or whatever, in post or whatever. So just note, I'm just taking this little clip, this way you're not hearing the entire song or whatever. So you'll hear what this originally sounds like once this is done loading, which is taking a little bit, but then again, it's better than trying to wait for an entire song to load. So, you heard that. That's the melody. You know. One of the best ways to create simple harmonies is moving by number and move everything down by 5. Or -5 in this case, since it's like move up, so just do negative instead. So it'll push it down like this. So basically, this will create a simple, basic harmony that isn't an octave below, because that can get boring, because it's basically the exact same as the melody, but a little bit different. As you can tell, that completely different key now, which actually fits very well with the original. And let's just undo the previous key change and move everything down, because you can also have octave drop harmonies or whatever. They just don't sound as good on their own without that extra oomph from the -5 one. So I'm gonna quickly pull up Mixcraft real quick and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about by what these kinds of things sound like. Alright, so I'm back. This is Mixcraft 8 specifically. I was using this before for editing some videos and putting in music or whatever in the background and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, oops, that last one didn't save. I'm gonna quickly save it. I think I got interrupted when I was trying to save it. That's what happened. So basically, in this program, you just take your wave files and then just plop them in. Not a very technical term, I know. But you probably just heard that real quick because probably edited in. But let's hear how it sounds with this single harmony, just the -5 one. As you could tell, it sounds so much better or whatever harmony-wise. Then you can also insert the last one if you want for a octave down. You know, makes it gives it a little bit more layers and depths and that kind of stuff. And if you just take the middle harm out, it still sounds okay, but this -5 harmony really helps build some teeth into this song or whatever. So, just heard that. This also works very well for other songs too. Give me a moment, I need to pull it up. So, recently-ish, it was a little while ago for me, but I probably wouldn't have even released this, but basically, I was working on this cover called The Story of a Yearning Doll, which is by Zimtroshin? I'm sorry, I don't know exactly how to say her name. Give me one moment to look her up. So this is her right here. She's great. At least I'm assuming she's a she. I have talked to her briefly because I really wanted to have her file so that I could cover it. Which, of course I did, but we ran into issues because I don't exactly have the full version of SynthV, and unfortunately, because it's an Eleanor Forte song in 2019, you know, she had to get the full version or whatever, and so the full version has a different file type than the other version, and I was having issues just using it or whatever, so fortunately she was nice enough to convert it into a UST for me, which was very helpful. So, and I'll probably show a lesson on Englishing because this is a song in English, but still, shout out to her. I know I have less subscribers than her, and we're all both very, very tiny, but like, you know, she's great. And I really like her work, and I look forward to her work, and I don't know. So basically I have it here, and I'll just record, like, take this little snippet here. I'm also gonna mute the instrumental, like, we'll take this little snippet here, you'll hear this. I'm alone with a broken heart, and I so you'll probably have heard that. And then here's where I add the -5 harmonies in the song. And if you're wondering exactly which bank I'm using for this, it's a particular bank that's going to appear in the future, since I bet this will be the first tutorial, and so it'll either come before the first one or after the first one is released. And the first one that's released, well, maybe you'll already see it, but this is Stratosoft. I'm sorry for spoiling the surprise for the second voice bank to be released this month, even though it's literally December when I'm recording this. And then here's with just the low octave. And then with the trio of stuff. So, yeah, so it works for other things too. At this point in her music, she hasn't really added too many harmonies, so it's very easy to just use my simple trick. You can see this in original songs too. That's how I make most of my harmonies or whatever. And that's basically it. There's not really much else to add here. So I hope this helped you with your music creating career. Whether you're doing Utau or Vocaloid or just normal regular music, you know, because it's helpful regardless of what you're doing. So yeah.